belongs to you. Ready?
In Descendants 4, The Rise of Red, the characters from Auradon face new challenges as they strive for connection and unity. The latest film takes place a few years after the previous cast of characters has graduated and taken on brand new adventures. However, there are numerous fairy tale characters from which the franchise can bring inspiration, leading to the franchise's new faces, be they good or bad. The arrival of Red, a rebellious newcomer from Wonderland, shakes up their world. Tensions rise and old conflicts reemerge, forcing the characters to come together to protect their realms and discover the true power of friendship and redemption. While this new installment takes a step away from the story told in the previous Descendants films, it's still a fun tale with heartfelt dialogue and toe-tapping musical numbers. Today's video will recap everything that happened during the Rise of Red.
Oh, gosh, no. My only friend is Ella. But with time and a few more treats.
10 years after the first film, Mal, Ben, Evie, and Jay leave Auradon to form alliances with other kingdoms. Uma becomes the new headmistress of Auradon Prep, and Fairy Godmother becomes president of Auradon University. The introduction serves as a transition period between the previous films in the franchise and the new one, with Uma being the common denominator between two generations of descendants. Uma decides to open the border between Auradon and Wonderland by inviting Princess Red, the rebellious daughter of the Queen of Hearts, to attend Auradon Prep. This causes concern as Wonderland is not part of the alliance due to its chaotic nature. However, Uma persuades Fairy Godmother to send the invitation as a way to honor Carlos, who we learn has passed away within the franchise's universe, likely to honor his late actor Cameron Boyce. In Wonderland, Red, who wants to escape her overbearing mother, gets into trouble for vandalizing the courtyard. Maddox, the Mad Hatter's son and Red's tutor, saves her with a unique pocket watch that can take them to any moment. Despite the warnings, Red takes the watch. Meanwhile, Chloe Charming, Cinderella and King Charming's daughter, prepares to attend Auradon Prep. She receives modern glass slippers as a gift for being kind and is praised by her mother for being a good person. The day after, the Queen of Hearts wants her daughter to punish her soldier for not protecting the courtyard. When her daughter refuses, the Queen gets angry and threatens to punish her. However, an invitation arrives for her daughter and the Queen accepts it, thinking it's a great opportunity.
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a no.
We accept!
Red and her mother arrive in Auradon simultaneously as Chloe and her mother. When they meet, tensions run high, especially between Red and Chloe. During the opening ceremony of Auradon Prep, the Queen of Hearts tries to persuade Red to embrace her role as a princess, but Red refuses. Later, Red's mother stages a coup, taking everyone captive including Uma, the fairy godmother, and Cinderella. The Queen of Hearts manipulates Red into sentencing Cinderella to be beheaded, causing the people of Auradon to turn against her. Red plans to use a watch to go back in time and prevent the coup, but her plan is interrupted when Chloe tries to rescue her mother. The watch sends Red and Chloe back to a time before Auradon existed, when the school was called Merlin Academy. Red and Chloe argue about returning or staying in the present. Eventually, they team up to help their mothers. They meet Principal Merlin and join a school, pretending to be transfer students from distant kingdoms. In their alchemy class, they are paired with Bridget and Ella, teenage versions of the Queen of Hearts and Cinderella. They were astonished to discover that the Queen of Hearts and Cinderella used to be best friends. Bridget used to be a kind and friendly person who wanted to be friends with everyone before she became queen, while Ella was more down to earth and looked down on royals who were more privileged than her. While distributing cupcakes with enchanted flamingo feathers to other students, they encountered the former VKs, including Morgie, son of Morgana Le Fay, and teenage versions of Maleficent, Hades, and Hook, all under the leadership of Uliana, Ursula's younger sister. Uliana stole Bridget's cupcakes and consumed the feathers from all of them, transforming into a flamingo that chased Bridget and Ella through the school until she fell into a fountain, embarrassing herself in front of everyone and seeking vengeance. Red and Chloe realized that this event was the catalyst for Bridget becoming the cruel-hearted Queen of Hearts, and decided to stop Uliana from keeping Bridget as kind as she is now.
It's gonna have to be. I can't believe my mom was so sweet.
Red and Chloe visit Ella's house and find it in a mess. They offer to help Ella, who allows them to do so after they agree to help with her chores. They ask Ella about Bridget and Uliana. Ella explains that Uliana feels pressured to live up to her sister's reputation as a villain and dislikes Bridget because she's kind. Red calls Bridget weak, but Ella disagrees, saying it takes strength to be kind despite harsh treatment. Chloe accidentally breaks a vase, but Lady Tremaine blames Ella. Despite Chloe admitting fault, Ella is grounded and expresses the unfair treatment she receives from her stepmother. This leads Chloe to realize that Ella's life differs significantly from hers. The two of them go to the Black Lagoon, where the VKs hang out, secretly follow them inside to figure out the big prank on Bridget. They find out that it was a spell from the Enchanted Sorcerer's Cookbook intended to turn Bridget into a monster after eating a cursed cupcake. They get the cookbook before the VKs do, so they can't cast the spell. When they visit Bridget, they find her practicing a special dance for the Castle Coming dance. Red looks around her room and sees how different her mother used to be, and Bridget has a heart-to-heart with her. They discover that the Queen of Hearts has captured King Charming and beheaded Cinderella in their future when they look in Bridget's looking glass. Bridget then realizes that the spellbook might be in Principal Merlin's office as a banned book. The girls are still deciding what to do with some information. Chloe thinks they should confess everything to the principal, even though it could get them in trouble, while Red wants to steal the book before someone else does. Chloe disagrees with Red's plan and they argue. Later, Chloe asks Ella for advice on the right thing to do.
It's time to tell Principal Merlin. We need to come clean. He can help us.
No, help us?
Ella believes that doing the right thing can sometimes involve doing something wrong. She also thinks that people who know they're evil aren't necessarily bad. This clashes with Chloe's strict and rule-following nature. While helping Ella clean her garden, Chloe starts thinking about her morality and realizes that her goodness is superficial and based on her privileged life. She resolves to help Red steal a book to save her mother's life. At the academy, the VKs watch as Red sneaks into Merlin's office and reunites with Chloe, who apologizes for her earlier behavior. Meanwhile, they search for the Sorcerer's Cookbook but accidentally trigger a security protocol that causes swords from the Round Table to attack them. They manage to fend off the swords, and Chloe throws her slippers at another owl before it flies away with the book. When Uliana opens the book, a spell freezes her, Maleficent, Hades, and Hook in place. Chloe then gives the book to Red, believing her to have a better nature, and she successfully opens it to find the spell. As they leave, Merlin returns and blames the VKs for the chaos, giving them a year's worth of detention and preventing them from attending the dance due to the prank. Red and Chloe put aside their differences, become best friends, and use the pocket watch to go back to Auradon just before the Queen of Hearts tries to take over. They find out that the Queen of Hearts has improved and is happy that her daughter will attend Auradon Prep. Chloe reunites with her mother, and Uma announces the opening of Auradon Prep. The kingdom celebrates, but Uma warns that tampering with time can be dangerous, and the story is not over yet.
But as its captain, I'm proud to be charting a new course into a bright future.
While some fans may feel disappointed that the Descendants franchise's last chapter is over, they can rejoice in knowing that new characters and adventures are on the horizon. With a new face to represent Auradon and the foreboding warning given by Uma at the end of the film, it's almost certain that the latest generation of fairytale Descendants will grace our screen soon enough. When they return, Red and Chloe must face the consequences of their actions, as tampering with time can have disastrous results. Their actions may have changed the history of Auradon forever.
But what if we go back and my mom is still my mom?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Chloe, I lie, cheat, steal.